people.
Yes. Welcome back to the Wrong Call Sportscast. This is Josh Tidwell with my buddy Dave Yagi.
Yep, I'm Dave Yagi.
We are
Welcome back.
Back to do it again for you. It is Tuesday, October 15th. We are going to spread a little sporting news and make our picks for next week and see how this week goes, man. You ready to kick this shit off?
Yeah, I'm ready, buddy. You ready?
I am ready. All right, so we will start with, what about a little bit of racing news for everybody, Brad? Yeah, bingo. There was a race in Charlotte in NASCAR this weekend.
I love Charlotte.
Well, it's a great place to visit. It's a great place to live.
City.
They've got a terrible football team, but, hey, it is what it is, bud. Right. They got a hell of a race there.
Slinging stones already.
But, yeah, hey, in NASCAR, Kyle Larson won the race at Charlotte.
I've heard that name.
Yeah, I think we probably mentioned his name a couple times through these episodes, at least once, because I think he's won a couple. The blue one. I think. I don't know. At one point in time.
What stickers does he have?
I don't know that either.
Okay.
At one point in time, I was a diehard NASCAR fan and could tell you every driver, crew chief, and main sponsor, but those days have since passed. So about it you're going to get out of me now is who won the race, and we just do that for a buddy.
Yeah.
So NASCAR, that's it. There is now some fun USA news. The F1 is coming to Texas next week. So
yep, they pretty much told Indiana to go kick rocks.
Yeah, we kind of screwed that up. So, but there is a big F1 race in Texas next week, which is usually a pretty fun race. I enjoy watching it. I usually watch the F1 race.
A couple of our buddies went last year. They live in Texas.
Yeah, they did. They had a good time. We saw sombreros and everything out there, and they were having a good old time. Dusty and Edgar.
The F1 cars are always fucking cool. Anyway,
I do like F1. I do. I do
Ferrari,
pay a little bit of
Porsche,
attention
and all that
to that
stuff. I don't know who's all in it, but I know Ferrari's in it.
Yeah, Ferrari's back in the run. McLaren's back up there, and then
McLaren,
Red Bull.
That's another one. Yeah,
yeah. It's fun. It's interesting. The cars are amazing. So
yep,
they give it hell. They get after it. So that's our
Pitter
racing
patter,
news.
get at her.
What else we got going on? The WNBA finals are up and rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you not been paying attention, Dave? Where you been, bro?
Dude, there's so much shit going on.
I know. Every sport is rolling right now.
Yeah.
But
New York is a hotbed right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 2 games last night in the MLB they won. Both two New York teams played in football
and then you
last
still
night.
had Buffalo and New York playing a Monday night
Oh,
game.
yeah. It was huge. Loaded up there in New York, bud.
Is having some good fucking times right
But, yeah, the WNBA finals, New York versus Minnesota, it's tied 1-1. Game 3's on Wednesday.
Minnesota what?
I think it's the Lynx, right?
Oh, that is. Oh, I did see the links. I didn't know where they were from.
Yeah, so
but I know New York Liberty, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So they're off and rolling 1-1.
5 game.
I believe so. See, I mean, I'm still
learning.
Caitlin
All
Clark
the other
just
ones
got
were
me
like-
going on the WNBA, bud.
All the other ones were 3 game.
Yes, I think
So
it is
I
a
think
5
this
game
one's a
series.
5.
Yeah. So they're tied up at 1-1. Game 3 on Wednesday. NHL, we said last week, just kicked off on last week. So
The boys are out there beating the shit out of each other.
There's still 9 undefeated teams left.
I haven't seen
currently.
any. Oh wow, you got to check this out. Moments. That
There's
pop up
been a
on
few on the
highlights.
top 10 on the mothership so far.
Really?
So,
I
yeah,
haven't paid
they've hit a couple plays have hit the top 10 already. So
All right.
they're getting rolling. NBA preseason, still got them going. Season starts next Tuesday. The
Still
NBA
don't
tip-off.
care.
Man, I'm going to watch a lot more Pacers games this year than I have in the past, just because I watched toward the end of the year last year. It was getting pretty exciting. So Halliburton, them guys,
I might watch some just because.
well, we're doing this. You got to pay research, buddy, research.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Just put it on TV. Background noise.
I just
right?
miss the old days of the Pacers, and that'll never come back.
Oh, it'll never come back. So this new Pacer team's pretty good, though. I mean, they don't suck. So.
Well, they made the finals.
Yeah, well, they
not
made the playoffs last year.
Well, they made the Eastern Conference Finals.
They didn't make the East Conference
The
last
fuck
year.
they didn't?
Are you sure? Maybe. Fuck, I don't know.
They went way farther than they were.
Hey.
Yeah, they did.
Jeremy, where's my Googler when I need it?
Yeah, who even won
Damn
the
it.
championship?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Huh.
I'm going to have to watch a lot more NBA this year.
I'll have to dig
Eric-
through my bucket of no
Eric,
fucks.
we're
going to
need you in
give
here in
and
a couple weeks.
See if I can dig out some NBA news.
The MLB playoffs. Now it's fun.
Yeah,
Now's the time
obviously,
baseball's kicking
yeah,
ass.
I've watched a lot of MLB.
Yeah.
But I've also watched way more NFL because it all happened on the same weekend for the ALCS and NLCS. So
Oh, yeah. All that stuff is going on at the same time as all the college football games, all the NFL games. So, yeah, you really got to be looking forward or be a fan to let that take over from our NFL stuff. So,
yeah, NFL is always number one in my
oh,
book.
absolutely. Absolutely. But,
Best soap opera in the world.
hey, we could get a Subway Series again.
That would be cool.
Mets
I
and
would.
Yankees.
I kind of at this point I'm not pulling for any team other than really the Mets and the Yankees because I want to see New York have a Subway Series
Oh yeah, yeah,
for the championship.
yeah. It would be pretty freaking cool.
I think
man.
it would be pretty
Francisco Lindor is a badass for the Mets.
I love the polar bear, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I've said it forever.
You have.
Since his rookie year, when we went to the home run derby in Cleveland.
Yeah,
and
you
took
have.
my
I remember
son,
you talking
and
about
called
that dude.
I called it. He was going to win that.
Yep. So, yeah, MLB is getting really, really fun right now. You got to pay a little attention to the playoffs. I'm still a huge Ohtani fan, so I'm pulling
Yeah,
for the
Ohtani's
Dodgers
a badass.
just for
He's a
him.
certified
He's
badass.
so fun to watch, man. I think he went 0 for 3 the other night though, so he had a rough game.
Yes. Yeah, he did. That was the first game, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
They had his number.
They did,
I
but
can't remember the pitcher's name because I should have wrote it down.
yeah,
But yeah, he
he'll
was.
get it
he-
back though.
That
He's
pitcher had him.
such a fucking stud, man.
He's a talent. He's a generational two-way player.
He is absolutely a generational talent. So
For sure.
and he's brought a little extra steam to MLB, I guess, just because not that it needed it necessarily, but
No,
it's just
he's
such a long,
another
drawn
spark.
out season. It's so hard to keep up for a whole year, man.
It's not hard
It's
if
taxing.
that's your 100% deal.
Yeah, if that's your thing. I mean, waiting weekly for my NFL games is tough enough. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh, yeah. Well, we're managers, Diddy.
yeah, we are. We've got our own teams and stuff we got to deal with. I got
Yeah.
three of them. I've got to contend
We
with
got to
every
run a
week.
successful business on our own.
Absolutely,
As
yeah.
NFL team owners.
I got to make trades. I got to hit the waiver wire.
Yeah. Got to check
So-
injuries and all that.
It takes work, bud. I'm fully vested in the NFL product that they're putting on the field.
Greatness doesn't just happen.
That's
folks.
right.
It's,
That's right. We've been
it's
after
a
this
labor
fantasy
of
thing
love.
for many, many years. So, we got to keep up, bud. We got to keep up. Obviously, MLB playoffs going is huge in sports right now, but college football is really, really getting going too. So, quite a few good games this weekend.
I do have a college football stat, but you go ahead.
Okay, I'll just give
I'm
you a
going to
couple.
find it, and I'm going to contribute to the college
Look
football
at you
other
go,
than
buddy.
the Hoosiers.
That a boy.
Because I saw this stat, and I was like, damn.
Interesting
okay.
shit, right?
Wowed me, honestly.
Well, there was obviously quite a few, all the games on Saturday, but there were 4 more top 25 teams that got beat this weekend, but 3 of them were by other top 25 teams, so it wasn't blowouts like 2 weeks ago when
It wasn't the earthquake of
2 weeks ago, yeah,
stuff
when,
from was
yeah,
it
when
2 weeks
Vanderbilt
ago or
beat
last
Alabama and fuck the whole college football world up, and
That was just last week, wasn't it?
well, yeah, it was last week, I guess. So
Well, no, you're right. 2 weeks ago, because we're recording past
yeah,
Saturday.
yeah. So this week wasn't
Get your
as
head in
much.
the game, Dave.
You're
You're
like I
already
said,
making the wrong call.
See, it's what he does, bud.
Don't even
But
get
at
my
least,
damn
hey,
days
he's
right.
going to contribute some college football. Just hang tight for a second.
It's a snippet. Don't get too excited.
Now, I mean, if you've watched a little bit of news, at least you'll know about this first one. Number 2 Ohio State lost to number 3 Oregon. And did you hear about the end of that game?
I'm not going to lie. I actually watched that game.
Look at you go.
Yeah,
See,
because
I
my
was
son
at a
was
wedding.
My son was in town for fall break. And he's like, we were grilling. He's like, we got to watch this game. So we put it on. We started grilling. And his buddy called and said, hey, do you want to go to a movie? He's like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go to a movie. So
Left
he left.
that. You had
So
the
there I
game
am
on.
drinking beer, playing video games, and
Watching
his
OSU
college
Oregon.
TV on the big TV.
So did you see the end of it? Have you heard about all this controversy about the end of that game?
I don't think there was controversy.
Well, it wasn't necessarily controversy as much as Ohio State was down 1 point. It was 30. The final was 32-31. So Ohio State's driving, and they had to get in field goal range. Obviously, field goal wins the game. Ohio State,
Right.
They stay unbeaten, beat number 3 Oregon. Big deal. The coach for Oregon calls a timeout, and the social media world saying he did it on purpose, but he threw 12 players on the field on purpose, threw an extra DB back there because they had to go along. They had to get the yards to get the touch to get into field goal range. They had no timeouts, working with like 12 seconds left. So he throws 12 men on the field, supposedly on purpose, for an extra DB back there because they got to throw the ball. Play goes off.
With all 12 going?
Yeah, well, all
The refs
12,
didn't
all
even
12
catch
on
it?
defense. They throw the flag, but they let the play run.
Oh.
So the play runs 4 more seconds off the clock, then they throw a flag. They get the yardage, but still not enough to get them into field goal range. So he was grinning and chuckling about it. So there's a 4-second runoff on the clock, plus they have an extra DB in the backfield to keep a complete pass from happening, and nothing happens to him other than a 5-yard penalty.
Huh.
Yeah. So then there's 6 seconds left. Ohio State gets another play. He scrambles, runs, and slides like an idiot. They didn't have timeouts. He
didn't do anything.
He fucked the whole thing
But I
up at
didn't
the end
pay
there.
attention.
But yeah, there's this controversy
been
all
looking
week
at
about
the,
that 12th man that they threw on the field
Other thing.
purposely, an extra DB to keep them from getting within the range.
Hey, man, whatever. It's smart.
It works. They said he called it a loophole in the rules that supposedly the NCAA is investigating this week.
Big Bill
Belichick
knows
made
all the
a
loopholes.
career out of that shit,
He
bud.
knows more than the damn refs. do.
Yeah. So that was a great game. And then number 9, Ole Miss lost to number 13, LSU. Another close game, 29-16. So number 1, Texas beat number 18, Oklahoma, the Red River rivalry game. But that was a blowout. Texas destroyed them. And it was Ewer's first game back. So our boy, old Arch Manning, didn't get to play this week. So their starter got his first, but he didn't play great. His stat line wasn't
I'm
fantastic.
sure he was a little bit rusty.
Yeah, but he started out, I guess, really bad. But again,
Warmed up.
yeah, he got rolling and whooped their ass. So that was the couple of the big marquee matchups of the week. IU did not play. They were on a bye week.
They had the week off, and they moved up in the
They
rankings.
moved up 2 spots, yeah, on a bye week because of these guys beating each other up. So
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome. I thought that was pretty cool.
Who do they play next week?
In Nebraska. That's going to be their first test. Noon on Saturday. They play, and I think it's at Nebraska, if I'm not mistaken.
What's Nebraska's team name called?
The Cornhuskers.
Okay. I was getting ready to ask that, but I didn't want to sound stupid because I was like, maybe that's Iowa.
They're the Hawkeyes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
See, I would have sounded stupid.
got those. So yeah, IU had a bye week, moved up 2 spots in the rankings because everybody lost. There are only 11 unbeaten teams left in the NCAA right now. So shit's
in
getting
that
tight.
FBS.
In the FBS, that's right. That's right. Now, a cool little stat here that I came across today I thought's really neat, which I'm a diehard Notre Dame football fan. So this is really helpful if you're an Irish fan.
They changed the color of gold that they use.
Not yet. And Touchdown Jesus is still looking over the stadium. So Army and Navy
Oh, yeah.
are both 5-0 for the first time since 1945. Pretty
That's
cool.
a long time.
Yeah. The first time they've both started 5-0. And
Since they were all allowed to play football again after
Yeah.
World War II.
both of them moved into the top 25 this week, too, with their wins. So
Oh, nice.
it's the first time since 1960 that Army and Navy have both been in the top 25 rankings.
When is that game?
The Army-Navy game is at the end of the year. Very, very end of the year.
Okay.
So,
Because
but
that's a pretty
yeah, it's a huge deal.
regarded game, and they usually wear pretty cool.
Oh yeah, they always have
uniforms and shit.
cool ass helmets and special uniforms for the game, and it's a big deal and it's fun. I watch it every year. Our buddy Andy's always.
Oh, yeah, he loves it.
He loves that game. So
He was actually in both of those.
services, yeah,
Yeah.
But the good thing, again, as a Notre Dame fan, why this makes sense is Notre Dame plays Army and Navy every year. They're both ranked now, so Notre Dame needs to beat ranked opponents because of that NIU loss. Now, granted, Notre Dame moved back up in the rankings a little bit with a couple big wins, but being an independent, it's going to be tough for them to get into that playoff without some signature wins.
Are they undefeated since that loss?
Yes, they haven't. Since NIU whooped their ass and made them look stupid.
But they haven't lost
They haven't
anything
lost
else.
since. Yeah,
Okay.
but the way that college football playoff shit works, they take the strength of your schedule and who you've played. So
Opinions.
yeah, so if you're playing a bunch of nobodies, you're not going to move up. But if Army and Navy are both ranked when they play them, and they still have USC, I believe. So yeah, this could work in Notre Dame's favor if they can pull out the wins.
Army and Navy basically just run. The
Oh, they
ball.
run the fuck out of the ball like nobody's business. I mean, if they throw for 20 yards in a game, it's a big deal. You know?
It's like watching high school football.
Yeah. It's run.
You find a high school
triple
football
option, quadruple
game
left,
that
right.
the dude's throwing the ball. That's a good quarterback.
Yeah, but it's always fun watching them. It's pretty exciting. So, yeah, Army Navy is. Yeah, they both moved up. Way to go, USA! Woo woo!
USA. USA.
After it, boys. That's what I'm talking about. So, that's you got a little college football intro.
That's all you. That's your main hunk. Of
That's
college
it. That's
right
it.
there?
I'm pretty much done with
All right,
college.
buddy.
So,
Well, this guy Ashon Genty.
the Boise State running back.
Yeah, I saw this stat the other day. I was
Dude.
like, holy, this can't be real.
Yes.
This is
Outrageous.
crazy. Halfway through the season, he's got 126 carries, 1,273 yards.
The guy is ridiculous, Dave.
Already. Already he's got a full season stat for any running back in the NFL.
Yeah. He could break Barry Sanders.
17 touchdowns.
He could break Barry Sanders' all-time single season. Yeah.
He looked like he beat everything already with 1,273 yards halfway through the season.
You'll have to look up. We'll bring it next week unless we get a Googler. I'll bring it next week. We'll find it. I saw just the other day that it compared his stats to Barry Sanders, and Barry Sanders had a season that had like 38 touchdowns in it or something outrageous.
No shit.
Yeah, and he's on pace to beat Barry Sanders' record.
What is this guy? A sophomore, junior?
No, I think he's a junior or senior, and he, that transfer portal that's in college football, he was offered every big school. I mean, Bama and Texas and all these places tried to get him to come, and he was like, nope, I started something here in Boise State. I'm going to finish it.
Well, he sure as fuck started something.
And if he keeps his shit up because of the small school, I mean, he's going to be a Heisman favorite. He's got to be. But yeah, he's putting together a ridiculously stupid season.
In the NFL right now, he would already have a triple crown.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that's halfway through the season.
No, dude, he's unreal. I've only seen highlights, but yeah,
I've
the
never
stats
seen
are
the dude
the
run,
stats are
but that's just popped
unreal.
up on my feed. I was like, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, the stats are absolutely outrageous. So it's pretty freaking cool, though, man. But yeah, like I said, he could take Barry Sanders' single season college record. So that's pretty fucking
That's
interesting.
pretty amazing. I didn't know Barry Sanders ran for that much.
Oh yeah, he had
in
there was
college.
some season
Like, I
that
don't
Barry
pay
Sanders
attention
went
to college,
completely
but-
crazy. So yeah, pretty damn cool. Any more news? We've got
I don't have anything for college.
college. I think we're done. We've moved on. So we've hit all of our
I
sports.
surprised myself with that one.
Dude, I'm surprised with you too, buddy. I dig
Well,
it.
it just popped up on my shit.
Hey,
I
you-
wasn't looking for it
but
by any means.
You came
But
contributing.
I was like, wait a minute. Did I read that right? Because I had to adjust my eyes. I was like,
Like, where's my
This is
readers?
some bullshit.
Man, where's my readers?
yeah. I was like, what year? Did this happen last year or what?
Yeah, where does shit come from? All of a sudden, Dave giving some input on some NCAA
Yeah,
football,
yeah,
and
look-
he even watched a game Saturday.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here,
Well,
boys!
not like biting nails.
Well, I
watching,
mean,
but
it was on. You paid
it was
attention.
on. It was on.
Yeah.
So my TV got picked up in the ratings.
That's right. That's right. Dave Yeagy's watching this Ohio State Oregon game.
Even
Attaboy.
though they're like, holy shit.
There's never college football on
Winterhawk
the house.
Studios just checked into a college game.
Son of a bitch. Good stuff. Good stuff. Before we hit the NFL, obviously there's a couple big
There was some
acquisitions.
Big
in the
trades
NFL
today. Big trades.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Two of them. Yeah.
And not Tua, 2.
Yeah. But Tua will be back. Not this week. I think the week
Okay.
after.
Since we already brought him up.
Oh, the Tua?
Tua. This is just a funny little thing. Tyreek Hill was talking on Twitter, and somebody hit him up when Tua comes back. What's the first play going to be?
Go route to Tyreek Hill.
Well, that's all right. And then, but Tyreek Hill responded, okay, but who's going to call the second play? As a controversy kind of thing. So everybody's looking into that.
Oh, I saw something.
Because somebody said, when Tua comes back, what's the first play
it's
he's
something
going to
about
run?
a quarterback run or something, and that's what. Yeah,
It got taken out of context.
I saw something
but
about that.
it exactly, but
I saw that
Hill's
news.
response like,
Like,
well,
yeah,
who's going to
but-
call the next
Yeah,
play?
somebody get fired.
No, because Tua going to get knocked the
Yeah.
fuck out again.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Ugh.
Yeah.
So
That's how everybody took it, the way it read. I delivered it wrong. I'm sorry. Again, Google people.
That's right.
You can use your thumbs and fingers and go find it yourself.
that's right. This
I gave
information
you
is
the Cliff Notes version.
this information is available to everybody that
I
wants
got
it.
excited to say it and I screwed it up.
All right, so let's get into these trades, Dave. We had 2 big trades in the NFL today.
Yeah.
And we got, 3 weeks, I think? NFL trade
And I was
deadline's
hoping-
November 5th, I believe. So,
Is it that soon?
yeah. So we're only a few weeks out. But so they've already started with 2 big names today.
Yeah. Yeah. They were big names.
The question, obviously, Devontae come from the Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders to the Jets for a conditional 3rd-round pick
Yeah.
that
that's-
could become a 2nd-round pick.
Yeah, just depending on where they finish in the season.
How many? If he plays in a playoff game or a Super Bowl, or if he's first team all offense or some shit like that, it switches to a 2nd.
But they have to pay his salary still.
Yeah, but they're not on the hook for all of it, but they still got to take a big chunk
Yeah.
of it. So
The majority of it, I believe.
yeah, the
But-
question is Devontae enough for the Jets to get him over the hump?
I mean, I don't know. That game last night, I mean, I don't want to rehash the game last night right now, but
Yeah, we'll get into that later. But they look the
Jets-
best they've looked all season last
yeah,
night.
we'll just leave it at that as far as that game goes. But I think he's just too afraid to step out of his comfort zone. I think Buffalo would have been a better fit for him, but Buffalo got in the mix too.
Buffalo got a great receiver for not even a quarter, like a
An old washing
16th,
machine.
a 16th of the money than what it would have cost him. It would have cost Buffalo like 11 million to take on Devontae. I thought, again, Googlers. I saw a thing today. If Buffalo couldn't afford to take on the 11 million cap hit, it would cost them this year to get Devontae, but because of Cleveland and their genius fucking front office,
The magical bean
that paid
counters.
all of Amari Cooper's money up front. Buffalo's on the hook for $800,000 for Amari Cooper this year.
That's a pretty good deal.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they give up a 2025 third round draft pick and a 2026 seventh round draft pick to get Amari Cooper, who's still he's not on the downside of his career yet. He's kind of right at the. I guess he's probably just over his peak is probably just past.
I honestly don't remember. All that info came late when I was done studying for the show and doing stats for the show. Because at one point, Jesus Christ, when does it stop? But no, yeah, that trade came
Late this afternoon.
late for me,
Yeah.
and I didn't know what this. But yeah, I mean, they got.
Yeah, Buffalo, like I said, they're on the hook for 800
Hopefully,
grand.
he stays healthy.
If he does, that's a great addition for Buffalo.
I mean, he can't be tired because he's not doing anything
No.
in Cleveland because Deshaun Watson's
Well, they don't have a
not doing
quarterback
anything.
there. We'll get there too. That
Yeah,
guy's
well,
got to be benched.
I mean, we'll get it on that. But those are two pretty big trades.
yeah, I'm curious now.
But
if-
I'm disappointed in Adams because he won't go away from his comfort zone.
yeah,
He's so much better.
he could. I mean, he could definitely if they'd have traded him to a Super Bowl contender, which people still
Imagine
think the
if
Jets
he
are.
went to Minnesota opposite of Justin Jefferson.
Oh my God, it'd be dangerous. Or put him in Baltimore, dude. You give Baltimore a legitimate receiver threat.
They
Watch
already
out.
have
Zay Flowers is a stud.
Mark Andrews.
But he's Devontae Adams is still a top tier.
Baltimore's
receiver.
not allowed to have any more weapons.
It would be unfair. It would
Yeah.
be unfair. Unless they fuck around and get beaten in the fucking
Or
AFC
San
Championship like Kansas City. Well,
Francisco.
San Francisco, they get all theirs back. We'll see what
I
what
would
they're
say
working
Houston, but they've already got
with. Well, they
three
lost
wide
Nico.
receivers.
They lost
are all,
Nico.
oh,
so-
he'll be back. It's just
Yeah.
a short IR.
Yeah, so he could have went to a couple teams that were legitimate contenders,
Bengals.
and everybody still thinks the fucking Jets are contenders. I don't understand it.
I don't like. They looked good, better yesterday.
Best game they've
but
had. We'll
get into
recap that in a
later.
little bit. So, yeah, that's kind of catches everybody up on our sporting news and today's big acquisitions. It's time for recap, man.
Yep. Let's head to the recap. Go. Recap time, boys and girls. It was an exciting week in the NFL. That's for fucking sure.
Dude, there was some big games. There were some good games. We had a couple big moments, if you will. So
Yeah, there's some pretty exciting stuff.
there was a couple good games that came down to the wire. Well, we'll get into it. But Commanders, Baltimore, what a game! All right,
It wasn't go rookie. Go rookie is all I got to say.
Let's kick this shit off.
Niners, Hawks, Sea Chickens, Thursday night.
Thursday night. What was the score in that one? See,
The score
so much stuff has happened since Thursday night. I can barely remember that game.
was 36-24.
Was it a good game? Do I remember that? Why do I
It was
remember the
exciting.
game?
Niners just kicked the living shit out of them.
Okay.
At one point, Geno Smith was on the sideline, and they had the bubble thing that they record.
Oh yeah.
You know
The
what
big
I'm talking-
globe.
Yeah. Well, Geno Smith was yelling at everybody like, "What the fuck are we doing?"
I did remember. I did see that. Yeah. I
was
did see
pretty
that.
good.
Okay. Yeah.
It was pretty good.
I'm back on board now. It took a minute to get my head right, but yeah. Okay. San Francisco whooped their ass.
Yeah, they had him from right out
Yeah,
the gate.
divisional game. So
And Geno didn't play that well.
no,
Despite what the score says here, that was an ass whooping.
he threw a couple picks. He still threw for like 300 yards, but
Well, I don't want to say anything, but
we'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll
Don't
talk
don't
about
ruin
him
it. Don't ruin
later.
it. Don't ruin it. Yeah. We have
But it
we have a
was-
segment that's
if you're a
you know,
Niners fan, you enjoyed it, and I think the Sea Chickens are kind of for real, but not if they keep having games like this.
that's. I mean, San Francisco is going to get healthy. Arizona is up and down.
San Francisco pretty much is healthy, minus one guy.
Yeah. So
Well, they lost Jordan Mason that game.
oh yeah, with the shoulder. That's right.
Yeah,
'cause he
and then he tried it again, came back in.
said, "Fuck this,"
He
out.
still got me 80-some points.
Yeah, I know. He did a little
That's
bit.
pretty good.
He did a little bit. He didn't help me in my other league, Mo. You son
But
of bitches.
he's day-to-day. He's not
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, he's not out. He's not out.
He's
So,
not hurt,
That's right. He's not
He's
completely
hurt.
fucked up.
but not out for a while.
All right, so that's our Thursday
Anyway.
night game. San Fran with the win.
Yep. Sunday morning, get
We
your
got-
cereal together
Buddy,
again.
I love early Sunday morning football because I get up at the butt crack of dawn. So
I do too.
when I get up early and I can sit down and drink my coffee and football starts, it's freaking amazing.
Yeah. When
I
you get
enjoy it.
when a football game kicks off before you get to take your morning shit, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
But that game did happen to be an ass whooping. Caleb Williams, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, looks like the Messiah. They
NFL Jesus
Yeah, the
is
Messiah.
coming alive. So I think he might be what they were saying he was going to be.
It took a minute, didn't it? But
Well, you got to get warmed up.
I
But
mean,
since he's taken over the past 3 weeks, he's 60 for 81, 74%.
that's
This
pretty
in the last
fucking
3
impressive.
weeks.
Because the
So
first
that's-
couple weeks, everybody was like, "He's a bust."
That's Colts,
Yes, and yes. See, I'm trying to fill that
Jacksonville,
dead,
and
I'm
I can't.
filling that dead air while he's
I
thinking.
went stupid. I can't figure out what the third team was.
With the Bears.
It's right here on the damn list.
Well, yeah. I mean, they
687 yards passing, 102 yards rushing, 7 TDs. So he beat the Rams, Panthers, and Jaguars in the last 3 weeks. I thought it was Colts, but
Rams,
Colts
Panthers.
ended up beating
That's
the
right.
Bears.
Yeah, Rams, Panthers, Jaguars.
Yeah.
So I guess you can't really give him. I mean, he's looking better, but he has played the Panthers and
Like
the
I
Jaguars.
said last week, he's
Yeah.
understanding. He's looking for reads instead of holy shit, I got to get rid of the ball and win the game right now.
Yes, he is definitely looking better. I mean, he threw 4 touchdowns. So, and Jacksonville's just the hot mess.
Yeah, I mean,
Peterson's. If they lose this next game in London again, he's the next in-season coach fire.
yeah, and we'll have
Right.
to listen to while Doug Peterson's in London trying to book a flight to get home.
Yeah, they won't even. They won't book it for him. The PR people at Jacksonville like get your own flight,
Now,
fool.
Mr. Mustachio, whatever the owner's
Yeah,
name
yeah.
is,
Amar Khan.
Khan,
Yeah.
Shad Khan, whatever, he's got that big ass mustache.
Yep. So yeah, so Jacksonville looks terrible. Caleb Williams looked good. Let's hope
Look good.
that's
They're winning the games that they should win.
yes, absolutely, and that's
You get a chance to beat a shitty team, you better beat the shitty team.
You're damn right.
And if you
Yeah.
can't beat the shitty team, you need to look at yourself real hard.
then
in
you
the
still
mirror.
get the bus title still stays hanging around with you. So
Next up, Commanders Ravens.
man, that was a great fucking game.
It was an amazing game.
I know the
Commanders didn't win the score,
23-30. Yeah. Derrick Henry.
but they didn't give up.
no, they didn't. They were down early, right? Didn't they? They kind of come storming back a little
Yeah,
bit there.
at first they were kind of getting their ass whooped. The Commanders were getting their ass whooped.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then, they made a run in the fourth
They
quarter.
started
Come
putting
back.
it together.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels is the real deal.
He is,
We
honestly.
keep saying it every week. He looks good. That team looks good.
He's probably rookie of the year. I
Oh,
would say
he's
offensive
gotta
rookie of the
be.
year.
Unless he completely falls apart, I don't know if any of the other rookies can take it from him. So if they
Yeah,
keep
I
playing
don't-
like this, Washington's in a good place.
It's all up to Caleb Williams
Yeah,
if he's going to keep.
new owner, new GM, new coach. They started completely over with that franchise. Now they just need to turn the fucking name back to the Redskins, and then all is right in the NFL. Dave,
I kind of like Washington Football Club,
no, what the year they had the
like the Utah Hockey
yeah,
Club.
just the red helmet with no logo because they didn't know
Yeah,
what
I'm
the fuck they
totally
were.
cool with that because it was cool. It was just different. Anyway, that was a great game. It was a 1:00 game.
It was a good game. That was
Very
a good game.
entertaining 1:00
Yep,
game.
Yep, that was good stuff. Next on the docket, we got
Cardinals Packers.
Jason Jackson. Our
I was getting ready to say the
yeah,
same thing.
yeah. So our buddy
We don't
from,
give the Packers no love, which is
Yeah.
bullshit because Jordan Love is my starting quarterback in my fantasy team.
See, there you go, bud. Well, you're getting some Packers love. A friend of ours
Oh, cry,
who
aye.
owned our. To say it was our favorite bar would be an understatement.
Our favorite watering hole.
Yeah, we pretty much lived there for numerous years. But Jason's a big Packers fan. He hit me up yesterday last night. Said, "Hey, listen to the show, love it. I'm not getting enough love from my Packers, so Jason, this is for you, buddy. You guys kicked ass, got a big win. Cardinals are up and down. They're on their way, but I'm still not sold on your Jordan Love though. Yegi's a fan, but I'm not completely sold yet. So."
I don't care if he wins games or anything. I'm just worried about the stats on my
For your
fantasy.
team, yeah. I mean, hey, Yegi started 0-2 and ripped off 5 wins
Me
in our fantasy
personally,
league.
I
So
could care less whether the Packers win or lose. They already won my heart last year when they kicked the shit out of the Cowboys in the playoffs.
anybody who beats Cowboys is my favorite team.
Yeah.
I mean, I pretty
My
much love them. So,
Newest favorite team.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
But they boat raced the Cardinals.
Yeah, they did.
34-13.
Pretty much an actual
Cardinals
start to
can't
finish.
play away from home. So
Yeah, that's
that
start
was
to
their
finish.
first time they had to go.
That was a whooping.
Yeah.
So.
Next up, Texans, Patriots.
Well, I don't know what you can say here a lot other than
Drake May.
he did. You know what? That kid actually did look pretty damn good for his first
They
start.
put up 21 points. That's
Yeah.
probably the most points they've put up. I
Yeah.
don't know for sure. Googlers, check it
Googlers.
out.
Hey, 243 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 INTs though. That's the rookie in him. But he looked good. He had a little poise in the pocket.
He didn't make a list. He had a high QBR.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, the first outing for him, tough first outing against Houston. I mean, Houston's a pretty damn good ball club.
Yeah,
So
Houston's built tough.
yeah,
And
they
they beat
are.
them 41-21.
There's some good teams in the AFC. Typically, there's always outside of like Kansas City or New England back in the day. There hasn't been the AFC hasn't been the team that you're saying early. Like whoever's winning the Super Bowl is an AFC team. That's going to it changes this year. I think.
Yeah,
There's some good AFC teams this year. Houston's one of them.
it's probably.
As long as somebody beats Kansas City, I don't give a fuck who it is.
I know, but like I said, Kansas City is transitioned. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and
They don't know what they are. They don't
Other
know if they're a
people are
running
paying
team
for
or
it.
they're a running team that calls themselves a passing team. Well, no, who knows?
but I would say Houston, Baltimore, and
Kansas City, unfortunately.
and the Bills
The Buffalo Bills.
with Josh Allen. I'm waiting for
Josh
Bengals.
Allen. Yeah.
Anyway, Bucks Saints. Next
Bucks
up.
Saints. Dude, that
This
was,
was
an
a
asshole win.
fucking score fest.
All right, so look, I bona fide love Baker Mayfield.
I
I'm
do
not
too.
gonna lie. I love that fucking dude. He is fun to watch.
And
he's
he
scrappy.
fed Godwin and gave me so many
Oh
points.
yeah, he's scrappy. He's fun to watch. He will that team to win. And nobody's going to put him in the best quarterback in the league category, but that dude is a baller. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah, I do too. I'm a huge Baker Mayfield. So yeah,
I was so happy when the Panthers traded for him, but
they
the Panthers didn't know what to do with him because they were such a shit show.
they routed the Saints. So
Oh, dude, it was so close though. And then,
Well, you know what?
the fourth
The-
quarter,
yeah.
Bucks made a couple plays and they're
the
like, "Yeah,
Saints,
we're shutting you
the
down."
Saints scored 27 points in the second
with
quarter
the second quarterback
with Rat. Yeah, and
and he played good.
he did amazingly good. I was
He didn't make the list. He had good numbers.
I was putting money on. I did put money on that they were going to get blown out. I mean, I was all over the Bucks on that one all day. I just thought Rattler wasn't going to play it well, but
I
yeah,
picked Bucks.
Yeah,
Bucks,
the Saints
Bucks
scored-
all day just because of the second quarterback.
yeah.
situation
But yeah, he played great. Like I
Derek
said,
Carr
they
being
scored
out.
27 points in the second quarter, made it a game. So, I guess it was 51-27. They scored all 27 of their points in the second quarter.
Who did?
The Saints. That
Oh
game-
yeah, because there was a few turnovers.
Yeah.
There was a
but-
few
yeah,
turnovers.
but still, it was 51-27.
I thought
They
you were
scored
talking
all-
about the Bucks. It's like by 51 points, they scored more than the second
yeah,
quarter.
so Baker Mayfield's a stud. That was a great game.
It was great. It was a
Yeah.
fun one to watch.
It was fun to watch.
Next up, Browns Eagles.
So,
I thought the Browns were going to win because the Eagles are such a shit show,
dude,
and it literally almost fucking happened.
yes,
So Eagles 2016.
yeah, the Eagles
the
are not. So obviously, AJ Brown back was huge for him. AJ with a couple.
He had a
huge
great
catches.
day because the guy I was playing, Rusty, the mayor,
The mayor.
had him on his fantasy, and that guy got a shitload of
AJ?
points against me. Yeah,
Oh yeah. AJ had a couple big catches, and the touchdown was gorgeous, over the shoulder, nice. But
didn't see it because I didn't watch any bit of that game.
But the
because I
fact
had
that-
no desire
the
to.
fact that they only beat the freaking Browns by 4 points is
I know, that's what I'm
not
saying.
giving. And then Nick Sirianni's fighting with his home
Yelling
crowd.
at the fans and all
What
that
the
shit.
fuck is wrong
I don't
with
know
you,
what
dude?
he said, but I know today he apologized. I heard that he did it, but I was too lazy to read, or it was at the end of the night, and then today he apologized.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, man, I wonder what he said. I still wonder what he said.
Yeah, but he's fighting with his own fans. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the last. They
That
threw-
dude's going to get fired.
Oh,
too.
guaranteed. But hey, Philly fans, they threw snowballs at Santa Claus for God's sakes. You don't fuck them people.
No, I mean, if you want a toy train
Hey,
or your favorite Star Wars character, you don't piss off Santa Claus.
Yeah. So they just If you win, you do your job. The Philly fans ain't gonna be mad. You keep playing like this and barely beating the Cleveland Browns, they ain't gonna love you no more. Brother, the city of brother love my ass. You give them shitty football, they're gonna be mad.
And then Browns had a. I just went blank. What's the stud defensive guy?
Miles Garrett, the block.
Miles Garrett block.
Oh yeah, that
Block
was
for-
that was one of their touchdowns.
Yeah, that was his.
jumped
his
right
touchdown.
jumped right
Yep.
over the freaking guard because you can't line up over center anymore. So
Next up, Colts Titans. Oh, Will Levis. Where there's
buddy.
a will, there's a turnover.
and there's a Colts team that can capitalize. Luckily,
Yep.
There's not a lot to write home about that game, really.
It was a very boring game.
It was a boring game. They won.
Again, Colts didn't do shit till the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but in the fourth quarter, every time the Colts get a lead, you feel like they're just bound to give it up because of everybody's favorite cheese that they play defense.
The Swiss cheese.
Yeah, that one. So you always just feel like the game's never in hand because they just don't go out and whoop nobody's ass. So
They never assertively come out and be
Never.
like, "We're going to kick your ass."
no,
They're
they
like,
just can't do it.
Gosh, I hope nobody gets hurt.
Yeah.
And then
Let's
if
play
nobody gets hurt
Let's play
by
conservative.
the fourth quarter, then we can start doing some really neat plays.
Yeah, then we'll see if we can win a game.
Boring. It was boring.
Hey, I'm a homer.
Colts,
I'm
you're
a Colts
boring.
fan. We took a win. I'll take it. So
Yep, you get the win.
Not a lot to
but
write
you're-
home about
you're
that game.
boring as hell. Chargers, Broncos.
Yeah. Well, Chargers won.
Chargers won. Coach Harbaugh had to leave because he felt sick, but it turns out he has a heart problem. And now it came out today he's got to wear a heart monitor for the next 2 weeks.
He gets all fired up on the sidelines, bud. You got to watch out for old Captain Comeback.
Yeah, when he was a Colt.
Well, yeah. Hey, he beat up Jim Kelly. Okay,
Yeah.
he's a fiery son of a bitch.
All right. Well,
So, but
that was another boring game.
Yeah, not a great-
23-16.
Nothing magnificent happened in it. So
No. The Chargers get the win.
it was a division game. Good,
Hope the
good win
coach
for the
is going to be
Chargers.
all right.
Yeah.
Steelers Raiders. All right, last week I said Raiders all day because our buddy Mo
Was going to the
goes
game.
to Steeler games and they always damn lose.
The
Every
curse
time
has
he
been
goes.
broken.
But Mo, you redeemed yourself. The curse has been lifted. This house is clean. He is free from the disease. He actually went to the Death Star, watched them win, and they won convincingly.
Yeah.
32-13 with
Yeah.
Aiden O'Connell.
Yes, he was not
Did
great.
I say the last name right?
Yes. Yes.
Because they sacked Gardner Minshew.
900 times prior to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mo, I'm glad you got off snide, but I'm glad you went to an away game and got a win, buddy. I'm really, really happy for you.
Yeah.
So,
You broke the curse, man.
yeah, finally. It was about you know what? Justin Fields didn't play magnificent.
No. And now they're talking about
Yeah. They're finally
wanting to
I saw
start-
that shit today.
the guy that
There's
never
a
came back from
possibility.
cigarettes. Apparently, Russell Wilson came back from buying cigarettes, and now he wants to play football.
Look, Fields as a passer did not do a lot, but
No.
as a game manager and paying attention to what was going on in the field, he had 2 rushing
You
touchdowns.
didn't lose the game because of him.
Absolutely not.
And you
So-
haven't lost the other games because of him.
Not at all. So going to Russell Wilson now would be a slap
I
in the
think
face.
it's a stupid idea.
It'd be the dumbest shit ever. Look,
Yeah.
Mo, let's hope for your team's sake that they stick with Fields.
No, yeah, stick with Fields.
Yeah.
He's your future.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know how long of a future, but he's. Who knows
This-
when Russell Wilson's going to go out
This
for
is the
another
best.
pack
This
of
is the best
smokes.
situation Fields has been in, and he's playing really, really, really well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, don't take it away from him. I'll be pretty pissed
Yeah.
off.
Next up, Falcons Panthers. Panthers had on their cool uniforms. They had the black helmets with all the blue.
uniforms were awesome. That's
They
the
were pretty
best
good.
part of that game.
The
Their
game started out great. They were staying toe to toe, and then
Yeah,
Atlanta just outran them.
too much firepower, man.
Yeah,
Algier and Bijan Robinson ran their balls off.
yeah. Algier did. I couldn't.
Yeah,
That Bijan Robinson really hasn't done much.
not yet for all the hype that he's
and all
gotten.
that
and-
Algier guy.
Yeah, and he's the number
second
2.
the number 2 running back, and then Kyle Pitts.
Finally, that's
He's
like
doing
back-to-back games. Finally,
Yeah, they're involving him.
Yeah, the rapport's getting there. He's starting to live
Kirk
up to what.
Cousins is liking that.
Yeah, he's starting to live up a little bit to what he was known to be or supposed to be. So, good win for Atlanta. Another divisional win. So, any divisional
Yeah.
win you got to
They're
take.
a really tight division. I mean, Atlanta's lucky they knocked Carolina down again
Oh yeah, yeah,
because that's the sneaky one.
yeah. You got to
That's
watch.
the
I
one
mean,
you gotta watch
they come
out
up and
for.
bite you right in the ass. All of a sudden, they win the fucking South. What are you going to do now?
Cats eat birds. That's all I got to say.
I mean-
And you got lucky that day, bird.
Hey, it's a circle of life, bud.
Dirty bird.
It's a circle of life. It's the way it works.
Anyway, my favorite game of the week, month, year so far. I'm sorry, Cowboys fans.
If you are a fan
How's
of the
it feel?
Cowboys,
Go ahead
This-
and say the line again.
yeah,
This is our year. No, it ain't, bitch.
we them boys. Fuck off. They
Yeah.
just got destroyed by the
Yes.
fucking Detroit Lions.
Detroit destroyed the living pants.
That
off
was
them.
an amazing game. That
I
was
loved
a
every
fun
minute
game
of
to
it.
watch.
I loved
I
every
watched
minute
it
of it.
from start to finish. And I typically don't watch Cowboys games because I just don't like the Cowboys. But watching Detroit dismantle them was absolutely amazing. They literally got to the point where they were just toying. Dude, they threw 2 passes to offensive linemen.
Yeah, and they tried it more times,
Yeah, penalties
but they
and
got
shit.
called back
Yeah.
because they didn't declare or whatever.
Oh, there was a holding call. Penny Sewell, that right guard or right tackle, whatever, had a touchdown. Stumbling, bumbling, running, stretching out for the touchdown. There was a holding call. Got his touchdown called back. Dude, they were toying with him.
That was a blowout, but I enjoyed every damn minute.
David,
of it.
did you see a couple of the Montgomery runs just straight running
Oh, yeah.
motherfuckers over?
They have the best running back room in the league,
Yeah, Montgomery and Gibbs.
minus Derrick Henry.
Well, he's all by
He
himself.
is the room.
Yeah. He's
But
told everybody
I'm
else to fuck
talking
off.
about as a team,
Yeah.
Gibbs and Montgomery.
They're amazing. And
Don't fuck with them.
Detroit looks good. You got to be a little concerned about that Hutchinson injury.
Well, nothing to be concerned about. It gone.
Well, you got to be concerned from the
He
fact
broke the tibia and fibula.
that, oh yeah, snap that shit.
Yeah.
I didn't see it happen on the game. I'm watching the game, and as they say that
We're not showing you
As soon as they said we're not going to show that, I went straight to Twitter. I'm like, I got to see it, and I did. I watched it. I'm like, oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, if you
Yeah.
saw it, you saw it,
But
but we're not showing
That's
you
a
that.
big loss for that team, and they definitely have Super
That's
Bowl
why they have
aspirations
to
this
make
year.
the trade for Max Crosby.
That would be the greatest. And he's a hometown fucking Michigan boy, too. He went to like Eastern or Western Michigan for college.
Oh,
Googler.
nice.
Yeah, he's a hometown Michigan kid, too. So,
Well, I mean, make the trade.
He said years ago if he were ever not
Because
going
the
to be.
Raiders are having a fire sale.
Yeah, if he was never going to be. If he had to leave the Raider organization because he says he wants to be a Raider for life because he got it tattooed on his body. Bro, I don't give a fuck. You get paid and get a championship. in
Nobody
Detroit,
wants
you
to be
go.
a Raider for life.
No, nobody ever. So yeah, I love the Lions. That was a great game. I loved seeing them just destroy Dallas like that. It was amazing.
Yeah, I watched every minute of it with
Yeah.
a big ass smile on my
Oh, me
face.
too. It was
I was
glorious.
so happy. It was so, and Dak got benched.
Yeah, and the fucked up thing because I'm a degenerate gambler. I had this great parlay.
Oh, yeah.
and I needed Dak to throw for 200 yards. I had every other leg of the parlay hit. I needed Dak to over 25 yards. I'm like, they're getting their ass whooped. They're down. He's got to get out there and get 25 yards. And then the fourth quarter started, and they benched him. I'm like, you son of a bitches. So
Why would you do this to me?
Yeah.
I don't know. 47-9.
yeah, I mean, can't get our franchise that we just paid the most money to in the
No, we got to
NFL.
keep him
Can't
healthy.
get him hurt.
We
you
got to
know?
keep him healthy so we can get our asses kicked next time.
So all of a sudden, he can turn into the Deshaun Watson situation. We got all this money that sucks ass. How about them boys?
So from here on out, Dallas is called Alice because they have no D. So until they start fucking putting up some defense, they don't get that D back.
So they just
Just
Alice
like
now.
Rutgers in college wasn't allowed to have the S until they won a game.
Yeah. So now all of a sudden,
They
from
are
this-
now the Alice Cowboys.
until they start playing defense, they the Alice Cowboys because they got no D.
All right, Bengals Giants Sunday night.
Surprisingly decent game for a minute.
It was a defensive battle. It,
It
really
was.
was.
It was a defensive game.
And that's shocking.
When you're talking about the
Saying
Giants
the
and the
Bengals
Yeah.
being a defensive battle because
Yeah.
their defense is horrible.
Not very good. Not very good.
Burrow is putting up MVP numbers, but their defense can't stop and share. Even if it just sat at the 50-yard line, they would tackle left and right of it or dive over it and
Probably.
never knock it over.
Yeah. So not a great game.
Even if you put the ball in the chair.
they would still not get it.
But yeah, I'm glad the Bengals won, but that wasn't a very exciting game.
No.
I'm just happy that the Bengals won. So we'll leave it at
They-
that.
hey,
17-7.
They're 2-4 now. They've still got a ways to go in that division, but
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, right now Baltimore is
running
starting
away
to
with
take
it,
off.
dude. Yeah.
All right, Bills Jets last night.
Monday night, Jets new culture.
So you had Bills Jets, you had the WNBA game going on.
MLB game.
You got MLB.
Both New York.
New York is alive with
Oh, yeah.
everything right now.
They are, dude. They're living.
Baseball, girls basketball, and football was all on
Yeah.
stage.
New York
last
was
night.
giving it the business last night.
It was a good game.
So
the Jets actually looked alive.
They looked. That's the best they've looked all season.
Yeah, from beginning to end, they were all
Yeah.
on new love after they fired that one poor kid.
Yeah, old Salah. He lost his
Salah.
job last week. They
By the
made
way,
all kind of
Salah
changes.
gets paid $20,000 a day for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Don't be that sad.
That's that buyout. So, but no, they actually look good. The offense moved pretty well. Brees Hall, Lazard, Garrett Wilson, all over 100 yards rushing, receiving. They were moving the ball, looked good. They just
Buffalo got some good turnovers.
Yes, Green Bay. Green Bay. Brett, no.
See?
The Jets.
I do, because he's following the same career path.
Yeah. So
I've said
Aaron
it 100
Rodgers and the
times. Every
Jets,
time I try to say Aaron Rodgers, I say Brett Favre.
they just couldn't convert in the red zone, and those 2 field goal misses obviously.
Oh,
hurt,
yeah.
but
Legatron doesn't have it anymore.
bro, right? So the second one, did you watch it? Or did you have the sound on when you were watching it?
Yeah.
Okay, the second one had the loudest doink on television. Yeah, it was a boing when he hit that motherfucker off the upright. So, yeah, that was pretty fun. But yeah, I'm impressed with the Jets the way they looked last night. Buffalo, I mean, second string running back played fantastic.
And don't forget,
Josh Allen, buddy. Hey, I bet him first touchdown. He got that motherfucker. I got paid.
now he's got Amari Cooper.
I love
He's
what
got
it
a new
does
toy.
for him. Yep, he does have a new toy. Probably going to take a couple weeks. We get that dude in there.
They're doing good.
Their receivers aren't terrible, but they're not number one receivers. Could
Doesn't matter.
they grow to be number one receivers? Possibly.
They're number one to Josh Allen.
Yes.
They're number one in his heart.
Yes. But Amari Cooper comes in as a bona fide number one dog.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I don't think he's bona fide number one dog.
Oh,
at
I
this
think
point.
he is.
I
Yeah.
think he's a good second to third option as a possession receiver. And Monty Toomer, reliable. I think he's that reliable guy that could eventually take the top off of D. I don't know how fast he is anymore because
he's
I
still
don't
got
watch a lot of Cleveland games.
Yeah. Well, he's still got the pedigree that could be there. So
And
I
he
think-
should have some plenty left in the tank
Oh yeah.
because
He's only
nothing's
caught like
gonna
4
happen.
balls in Cleveland. I mean, anybody
Yeah,
threw it
they-
to him. So
Deshaun
yeah.
Watson's not even trying, dude. He's just ripping off
that dude needs
the
to be
whole
benched.
city.
He doesn't deserve a job. That fucking franchise. I mean, what? So yeah,
It was a pretty good game.
It was a good game.
23-20.
I actually watched that one to the end.
Greg Zerline's career is over. I used to love that guy, Legatron.
Yeah, Legatron. He
But
was the guy, but
he's
it was a good game.
At
Good-
the
good-
Adavantatary part of his career.
Yep, it was a good
When
start
it's
finish
gone,
to the week.
it's gone.
It's gone. Once it's over, you can't get it back, bud. So
All right. Well, that
That's,
was our recap. Anything
week
else
6.
you want to add to the recap before
I don't
we
think
move
so,
on?
man. I think, like I said, a couple of these teams are kind of get their shit together and rolling, and Buffalo's got a 2-game lead in the East now. The Ravens and the fucking Steelers are tied with the Ravens at 4-2.
Well, they had a good start, and
Yep.
the Ravens started in the hole.
Texans
0-2 or 0-3.
0-2, I think. Right?
Definitely 0-2.
Yeah.
I don't remember if they went. I think 0-3 or third game was probably against Dallas.
Yes. You got the
I'm just thinking.
yeah.
Out loud.
Texans are 5-1 in the South, so Colts are 2 games back.
Who did the Texans lose to? Do you know?
Who did the Texans lose to? It's
I'm
a
just
great,
curious.
great question. You know what? I have the
Because
ability. I have the
Texans-
ability to tell you that.
Yeah,
the
Texans have been-
Vikings.
Oh well, that's a good
Yeah.
loss.
So
then.
I mean, you can't take
Not that it's a good loss, but that's like
Yeah.
Vikings are respectable.
in the West. You know, the Chiefs are running away with it at 5-0, and the Chargers sitting at 3-2 behind them. So, the NFC East, 4-2 Washington got a 1-game lead over the Eagles.
Go Washington.
Yep, absolutely. Vikings 5-0, Detroit 4-1, Bears
Detroit.
4-2, Packers 4-2. The NFC North is
Wow.
it's
I
going to
didn't
be
realize
tough.
the records on that.
Yeah, 5-0, 4-1,
I knew the
4-2,
Packers,
4-2.
but I didn't know they
Uh-huh.
dropped the first 2 games. But Malik Lewis
You got them a
won
couple
them
wins.
2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. As a backup.
Absolutely.
Just like Joe Flacco.
Yeah, get it in there and win you a
Keep
couple.
us in the game, buddy.
Absolutely. Give us an opportunity and a chance.
Yeah.
Left NFC West, got the Niners at 3-3, Hawks at 3-3, Cardinals 2-4, Rams at 1-4. But Rams are getting their guys back.
Yeah, and there's plenty
So-
of time for them to make a run
Yeah.
back.
So I mean, things are still. No team is you can give up on yet unless it's Cleveland. Every other team I think still has a shot. They still
You can give up on
Jacksonville too. Yeah. Let me rephrase that. Cleveland, Jacksonville, and probably Tennessee, and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh yeah. Raiders, Tennessee.
Yeah.
I think the Raiders are about to have a fire sale.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Max
so-
Crosby needs to go somewhere.
And the Panthers. Those are your teams that you're pretty much.
We're not having a fire sale. We're in complete rebuild.
You are,
We
yeah,
have
rebuild's already started.
We got new coaches.
Yeah.
We figured our number 1 draft pick
Yeah,
is
so-
trash.
There's a lot of season left. You know, these trades can make a difference with Buffalo. They can make a difference with the Jets. So, outside of those 4 or 5 teams we just named, you can't write the season off for anybody yet. There's still a lot of football left to be
Yeah,
played. So.
I just hope the Panthers upset somebody and kick them out of the playoffs.
at the end of
doesn't
the season,
deserve to be
that's
there.
once it gets to the end of the season and you're not going to win and you're not going into the playoffs, the best thing to do for as a fan is just to knock somebody's ass out.
Yeah,
That's the greatest
like
shit.
Detroit when they started their uprising and
Yeah.
they knocked out Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, yeah.
The final
Just
game
winning
of the
at the
season.
end. Yeah.
They're like, fuck it, we ain't going to the.
All right, so to bring up that game because that was the last game anyway. Before we start picking next week, dude, how about the fucking Hail Mary?
Oh, that was amazing. I was just minding my own business, like taking a sip of beer, maybe lighting a cigarette, looking at the TV, and I was like, holy shit, that just happened.
Yeah.
And I text you, I was like, did you see that? That
Fuck
was
yeah.
amazing.
And it's funny. I was laying in bed because typically on the late games, what I do is I watch the first half in living room. Halftime, I get myself ready for bed, lay down and kick it on, and
Yeah.
so I literally just got ready for bed prior to the halftime starting, and I'm laying there watching, and same thing, I'm like, what the fuck was that?
That was
and
amazing.
Also, right beforehand, Joe Buck and Aikman, they called the game, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So before that, during the timeout, Buck goes through the last three Hail Marys that Rodgers showed. So they showed them. They showed the replay of all of them. Said that's about the only play they got to use here, right? And Buck shows all three plays: the divisional game, this one, division game, this one. And I'll be goddamn if he didn't come out and throw a Hail Mary and Lazard caught him. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me,
Yeah.
dude. It was awesome.
It's all because Lazard hung out with 50 Cent before the game.
Yeah. Hugging on the sideline.
So
and
he got
shit.
that gangster swerve or
Yeah.
swag, whatever
Yeah,
the hell
but-
you want to call it.
Dude, hey, that ball was like 64 yards in the air. He chucked it. He's 40-some years old still.
Yeah, he's still got the arm power. It's that he
It's
used
the mobility that you used to have.
Yeah, he used to have his escapability.
Yeah.
and that's what he's learning that he doesn't have.
Exactly.
That anymore.
Yeah, because he's always had the arm power.
Oh yeah,
But
most accurate quarterback in NFL history,
yeah,
probably.
But prior to the the Achilles and just the age, he could scramble out of the pocket and throw
Yeah.
with the best of them.
He's trying to play the same game he always did, but he's going to need to adapt.
Yeah. The
But
running.
he's got the accuracy and the arm all day.
He just launched that dude. But yeah,
That was pretty amazing.
It was
I
cool.
damn near spit out my beer.
It was good to see. Yeah, my son was in the living room, like he was in the kitchen talking to his mom and stuff. I'm like, dude, get in here! Did you see this shit?
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, way
Anyway.
to go, Rogers.
Yeah, they put up a good game.
Yeah,
it wasn't
they put up a fight.
a
Best of the year.
firepower or
So,
anything, but
hey,
the
with
Jets' best performance of the year. by
absolutely.
far.
And Adam Devontae could make it interesting to say the least. Let's just put it that way.
Hey, you're getting one of your favorite kids from the schoolyard
That's
back
right. Hey,
to play football.
Rogers'
again,
favorite, absolutely. So,
which I fault Adams for not stepping out of his safe zone, but
hey,
whatever.
yeah,
His check's still going to clear.
absolutely. Hey, you may not get a ring, but you're gonna get some stats.
Yeah,
So,
you're going to get stats.
Yeah.
Maybe get invited to a hall. Either way, let's move on to
everybody's favorite segment of the week.
super shitty quarterback of the week.
Yes, this is everybody's favorite segment. Yegi, this is all you, buddy. Take the lead, homie.
All right, here we go. Shitty quarterback of the week.
Let's get them started. Let's see who sucks the
Every
most.
week, I give you 5. We start with 5 and go to 1.
There's a winner every week. Somebody plays
Somebody
so
gets a trophy.
goddamn bad
They're
that
going
they
to get a trophy.
They get the Yegi shitty quarterback of the week trophy.
It's
So,
better than the Lombardi trophy. I mean, you
know.
win it every week. You're allowed to take
what's
it home.
What's that award they do in the movies for like the worst movies?
The raspberries.
The Razzies. Yeah,
Razzies.
The Razzies. This is our Razzies. The shitty quarterback.
Yeah, just
So,
like Glizzy. God damn it. It's
Yeah.
a hot dog.
yeah. All right. So Dave,
Anyway.
let's go.
Number 5. They're talking about quarterback change here in this city. The city of steelworkers?
I don't know.
Pittsburgh. Anyway, Mo, you broke the seal. No, the curse.
You broke
actually.
the curse. You got to win in an away game at least.
Anyway,
So.
they're talking about replacing this guy with the guy that never came back from cigarettes. But Justin Fields is at number 5. He's only got 145 yards, 0 TDs, 0 interceptions, but 75.9 QBR.
You know, and that's a kind of a, and I don't know if they take the rushing yards into account in the QBR because he had 2 rushing touchdowns.
They won.
Yeah,
they
they
convincingly won.
They won, and Fields had 2 rushing touchdowns, scrambling, getting away, making shit happen. So I don't know if that's an account. We'll have to look into that.
I mean, I would say he kind of played good,
yeah,
kind of,
but he made the list.
but 145 yards.
It's not great. I mean, it's not that they're slinging the ball around.
QBR is what we're
That's
doing.
what we track here.
That's all
So,
we're doing.
Yep.
This next guy, who I think could be an MVP candidate for the Sea Chickens, Geno Smith.
Do you have that bad of a week? Got himself on the
Yeah,
list, huh?
He found himself on the list at number 4 even.
At number 4 even.
But look,
That means there's 3 guys worse. So, I mean,
yeah, oh, it gets worse.
yeah.
And one of them is one of my ultimate favorites.
Yes.
312 yards.
I mean, so he's slinging it around, right?
Yeah, 1 touchdown, 2 picks.
And probably the completion percentage wasn't great. Brings
And
that
there's
QBR
probably
down.
some sacks or
Yeah, the sacks affect the QBR.
fumbles or some
Yeah.
other shit that
Okay.
even the announcers don't know how this QBR works, but that's
Yeah.
how they rate
It's
a quarterback
magic, bud.
by week.
Yeah, it's magic.
Yeah, but 65.5 is all Gino got.
All right,
I'm really
all right.
sorry. But you're one of my MVP prospects, whatever you want to call
All
it.
right, all right. There's
All right,
still-
next
still
up,
plenty- I
no
said earlier,
surprise.
Lots of football left.
Plenty.
Yeah.
No surprise. Will Levis. Yeah, we all love him. He's the Hellman's man. We all love
He seems to keep
Hellman's
getting on this
mayonnaise.
list.
Hey, where there's a will, there's a turnover. I guarantee it. He threw for 95 yards.
95 whopping yards.
So we
Slinging.
had 2 weeks ago with Andy, we had 60 yards in a whole fucking game.
Yeah. Boy, Will
That's
Levis.
1 yard per minute
Hey.
if you play the whole game.
Hey, my Colts got a win out of it, so thank you, Will Levis.
You did. Flacco was 0.5 away from Justin Fields of making this list. Just want to let you know.
Okay. Hey, but we didn't make the list, bud.
Because going by the score of the game, I didn't even think about looking at Justin Fields.
No, you wouldn't think so.
And then they talked about the quarterback change.
Yeah.
I was like, you know
Why
what?
would you do such a thing? Why is he?
I might need to unfuck myself.
Yeah,
and look at this.
And then you go, fuck, he made the list.
Yeah, he totally did.
Yeah, but Will Levis is, I mean,
Yeah.
he got to get his head out of his ass because he's been on the list a couple times now.
Well, he needs to lay off the mayonnaise because everything's greasy on
Slippery.
that motherfucker.
Yeah, can't get a good grip on the
It's
ball.
always Hellman's in case you want to know if you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
buy the brand name, and he appreciates it. But he got 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I mean, that's not bad.
94
Other than
yards?
95 yards.
Yeah. You can't win with that.
I mean, you have to play the game.
Yeah.
I don't know how
hey,
he got the touchdown.
hey,
Although it was probably inside
Yegi,
40.
Yegi, you play to win.
Win the game.
Yes, just ask Herm. Okay.
Hermanaki. I mean, Herman Edwards.
So Will Levis is our
Third.
Third. Okay, so we got
At 63 even Steven.
okay. We got 2 worse.
2.
I'm ready. Come on, just give it to me.
Danny Dimes
Danny Dimes
is
man.
back.
See,
He's a
I like Danny
repeat
Dimes.
offender
I
that
know.
we came up with a week or so ago. Repeat offender.
That poor fella.
I really do like Danny
I do too.
Dimes.
And Malik Neighbors is a stud when he comes back. I mean,
Should be in those commercials.
yes, absolutely.
So I said we'll do lunch. Advertising agencies.
What did Danny Dimes give us?
205 yards.
Okay,
And this is a Bengals game against that really shitty defense.
amazing defense. They can't tackle a chair.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah,
It's amazing. I fall over them drunk, and I'm not even trying to. But they're literally trying to. Either way, 0 touchdowns, 1 pick, 57.5.
All right, Danny Dimes, get your shit together. The Giants been wanting to replace you. Well, the media's been wanting to replace Danny Dimes for years, and the Giants gave him a contract extension. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I saw a meme how to build the shittiest quarterback ever, and
Yeah.
it's just literally Danny Dimes and like action.
Oh, for accuracy and, vision,
and it was like point at the elbow, point at the helmet, point at,
Yeah.
for vision, accuracy, whatever it was. Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones.
damn, poor guy.
I know they like shitting on him, but
Yeah.
he plays for New York, and that's the biggest media.
It is the biggest market in all sports.
Yeah.
So
But
number 1. All right, are we ready? I am so ready for number 1.
I'm gonna clear my throat on this.
Yeah.
Cowboys suck.
How about them boys?
It's not your year.
How about them boys?
Yep.
So what did our guy do?
He got his ass whooped by Detroit, is what he did.
And he got an award this week, Yegi.
Oh, he got an award.
He got an award.
And he got pulled from the game. Third quarter, they couldn't do anything. Either way, Dak Prescott, Cowboys, you suck, buddy. 178, 0 touchdowns, 2 picks. Okay,
Okay. Yes.
season lowest QBR, the whole season.
Currently, right now,
Yes,
that is
yes.
Dak's got the lowest of
Want
the
to take a
season.
guess? Aaron Rodgers,
Aaron had a shitty week. Was it last week?
last week,
Yeah.
and he was the lowest.
And it was like a 46 or 47 last week for Aaron.
You know what?
Hey, we have the capability. Look, we have our own Googler right now at this very moment. And what did AA Ron get?
54-9.
54-9. So the lowest QBR of the season so far to date comes from Dak Prescott.
From the Cowboys,
Yep.
the richest man in the NFL right now. 42.2
Out there killing them.
QBR.
Out there killing them.
Sucking. But since he plays for the Cowboys, I'm happy for it. I'm totally cool.
Hey, the fucked up thing is, wait, I have to question real quick. Deshaun Watson didn't make the list?
Dude, he was 90-some QBR.
Okay. He sucks. Cleveland sucks.
Yeah.
And Deshaun Watson didn't even make that list this week.
Exactly. And you guaranteed it last week.
I did say Deshaun Watson's going to be the
You
shittiest quarterback in the
guaranteed
league.
it.
Yeah.
I think you promised me something.
We'll figure that out. We'll go back. Brad,
Yeah, Brad. We'll get into that later. But yeah, Brad, you're
help
on
us out. So, yeah, Dak Prescott gets the award for what
the
is-
shittiest quarterback of the week.
We're throwing out awards
God,
like
you
nobody's doing this,
suck,
guys.
buddy.
We're
You
just throwing
suck.
out awards. We're throwing out awards.
42.2%. That's,
That's
I
pretty,
bet my
pretty bad,
three-legged cat could do that. But either way, kids, before we make the picks, don't forget that Dallas is called Alice because they have no D.
That's right. Alice. Hey, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying it. Like, subscribe, keep up with us, comment, stick with us. Wrong Call Sportscast, man. We love you. Stick with us.
Yep. All right.
It's time for picks, man.
Yep. You guys ready for picks? Calm down, studio audience. My wife's getting pissed. You guys keep coming to this house.
They're
every
loud,
week.
dude. They're
There's
loud.
so many of them. So many of them.
All right, so we are just a little quick context here that we just figured this out. Our buddy Brad, on point, helping us out. We last week after we did the show, we decided, hey, we need to kind of a way to track this without going back and listening every week and start writing down where we stand on our picks.
Because I
right?
personally never thought about.
No, I didn't
tracking.
either. I mean, like I said, we're doing this shit on the fly, people. I mean, we're new things we're learning, new things we want to do, new content we want to create. So we're doing this on the fly. We're figuring it out, but we had no way of tracking our picks just because we didn't do it without going back and listening. So our buddy Brad took a little effort today and helped us out. So currently, after 6 weeks, 72 games, I'm up top, 41 and 31, 57%. Dave is 39 and 33 at 54%. And Andy, because he was in for a week, guesting with us, guest hosting, it went 7 for 7 at 50%. So that's where we stand currently at the moment.
At least I'm beating Andy.
Yeah, so we will do a better job tracking these throughout the rest of the
Actually,
season now.
No,
we
'cause
got
he's a perfect 50.
Yeah, he's a perfect 50%. So
He's
we've
beating both of us.
No. I'm 57%. You're 54%.
Oh,
Yeah, we're good. But Andy's an even.
again, I was from Greenwood, and we
Math
don't do
doesn't
math.
compute.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks, Brad. I appreciate it.
Yeah, good
we're-
work, man.
We're going to track this stuff a little bit better through the rest of the season, just kind of see how we end up at the end of the year.
We might
So,
have a Googler coming up.
we may have a Googler. Brad
So
may be the Googler.
Anytime you check Indeed and the applications come through, you need to
Search. Yeah, got it.
see
I want
Bradley
Winterhawk
David
Studios.
Damron.
We got to throw an ad out there.
Winterhawk Studios.
So,
right.
All right.
Presented by Third Bedroom Productions.
That's right. Let's hit the picks, bro.
All right, let's
you ready?
hit
Let's see what we can come up with
the
this
new
week.
week. You guys ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
These guys need to go home. Shh. You're gonna wake my cat.
That's right. Calm down.
Thursday, Broncos Saints.
Broncos
it's at the
Saints.
Saints.
It's at New Orleans, Thursday night game, first game of the week. I'm on Denver, bud.
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr is Derek Carr back?
That just
I
popped
don't
in
know.
my head.
I don't know.
I haven't seen.
If it's still. I'm not even going to change my pick because I've already picked it. I'm going with Denver at New Orleans. I think Denver's getting their shit together a little bit, and I think Spencer Rattler's game this week. Granted, he did well. Might have been a fluke first game out. So
Could have been, but Denver's kind of boring.
they are kind of boring. There's nothing that
Bo
stands out
Nix,
for you.
Rattler.
Yeah.
I'm going with New Orleans because it's at home.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm picking Denver.
Andy always says go with the home team.
Yeah,
He apparently
typically I
knows
do,
what
but
we're
this
talking
one I'm rolling the dice, Dave. I'm going with them Broncos.
about. All right. The next up, get your Fruity Pebbles ready, or Cocoa Pebbles, or whatever the hell you eat on Saturday mornings. But it's Sunday morning. More football.
More 9:30 football.
Yep, the
Another early
Patriots
game.
at Jaguars, but this is a lie because the Patriots are the home team, but they're in London.
No, the Jacksonville's a home team this week.
It
Jacksonville
says
was
Patriots at Jacksonville
yes,
on my sheet.
yeah, at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's the home team in London.
That's what I just said.
Oh, maybe I'd heard
Patriots
it wrong.
at Jacksonville.
Yeah, In London.
but it's in London, so it doesn't even matter
True that. All
'cause
right,
they're
my
not
bad.
home.
I'm not even listening to you.
They're eating biscuits that are called cookies here in America.
Crumpets. Tea and crumpets.
Either way, this is going to be a shit show.
It's not going to be a good game. I love 9:30
Is
Sunday
Drake
morning
May
football.
going to probably play pretty good? I would say.
I'm taking Jacksonville. That team they're about to collapse, and if they lose, Peterson loses his job. So I think they win one for the Gipper.
Yes, I agree. We are in confound agreement right here that we could play a sad song next week about a new coach being fired, which we are both on
Yes,
the same door at the end of Titanic.
Yes.
Because we allowed room for us both to be on
that's
it.
right, because there was plenty of room.
Yeah, there's plenty of room.
Plenty of room.
But Doug Peterson
Loses his job
might
if
have
they
to
lose.
buy his own plane ticket
Yeah,
home.
he does not fly home with the team if he loses. So I'm picking Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm picking the Patriots.
All right, there you go. Next up, we got
Sea Chickens and the Falcons.
Sea Chickens and the Falcons. That's Seattle at Atlanta.
Yep.
Boy,
Sea Chickens had a bad week last week away from home.
they did.
And the Falcons are
Playing good ball. Cousins, Pitts,
putting up
them boys
money.
getting their
They're
shit
putting
together.
up points.
Obviously, they just had two running backs on run for almost 100 yards apiece.
Not even the starter.
No, Algier was the leading rusher last week. But I've got to go with Seattle, bud. Geno, Kenneth Walker III.
I have faith in Geno, but I don't even know. I'm
Yeah,
going to go with Atlanta at
Okay.
home,
All right, we see
which
it.
Atlanta was announced for the 2026 Super Bowl site.
Oh.
Site.
Spot. Oh, at Mercedes-Benz
Yeah,
Superdome.
which is the second time that stadium
Since it's been
yeah,
open.
the
So,
location.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so
All
I'm on Seattle. You're on Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm taking Atlanta all day.
Okay,
I believe in Kirk Cousins.
okay. I mean, I don't fault you on that. I got a little sea chicken feeling. I don't know.
Hooked on a chicken. Yeah, we got Titans at the Bills.
We're consensus on this. Got to be right. There's not even a question.
What?
Who's Josh Allen?
I think the Bills got this all day.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, where there's a will, Levis,
There's a turnover. Absolutely. So yeah,
Yep.
we're both on Buffalo on that one.
Yeah, and maybe Amari Cooper gets some toy time.
If they can use it, I don't know if they'll
A
use him
few
this
plays.
week.
You don't have to
He
use him the whole
might,
game.
yeah, decoy at least.
He
you know?
knows how to run a route.
Yeah, decoy maybe at least.
Josh Allen knows how to
Flow
throw
ball.
a football.
Yep. So okay, yeah, we're consensus pick on that one.
All right, next up, one of my all-time favorites, the battle for Ohio, folks. It's the Browns and the Bengals.
And it's in Cleveland.
The Elves and the Tigers.
It's in the dog pound.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. It's not enough.
Now, because Cleveland sucks.
Sucks. Yeah.
I'm
Cincinnati.
Bengals all day.
Yeah, we're both on Cincinnati on that one. That's an easy pick.
Yep. Texans, Packers.
Texans, Packers.
These are basically the same team.
They kind
They
of
are
are
built
dude.
basically the same exact way. It's at Packers, so I'm going to go with the Packers because of
The home.
the history of Lambeau.
See, Houston's playing such good ball
Houston's
right
playing
now.
great.
Stroud, they talked about that little sophomore slump, and for a minute there, it looked like it may be a real thing for the first
For
game
one
or two. Yeah, but then he's right back on point.
Yep.
They're running the ball good. They're playing good defense. They're coached well. I like Houston there. So, yeah, I think I'm with Houston. You're with Green Bay just because of the home, right? Because they're playing in Lambeau.
Oh, yeah, the historic Lambeau Field. I'm totally with Packers
Okay.
on that.
Okay.
But it wouldn't surprise me either way, and it's not going to break my heart. But
No,
I have
no,
to,
no,
I have
no.
to put pen to the paper right now, I guess.
That's right. That's right. We're just making picks now, bub. What we got next?
Hometown boy, if you lose this game,
Miami at Indy, right?
you need to take a shit
All right. So here's
and
the thing.
wipe your ass with ever your favorite Colts jersey.
Miami's still starting a backup quarterback.
Their
And-
third backup quarterback.
And here's the thing that kind of honestly upsets me a little bit is Richardson's back. They said Richardson's starting
Yeah,
this week.
yeah.
Now, I've been defending Anthony Richardson week in and week out.
I have too.
I'm really trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But If he
It's
comes out
not
here,
our fault he sucks.
if he comes out here and sucks again this week against Miami,
Against Miami.
yeah, then I want to tank the rest of the season and get a first quarterback in the draft because
This is the
Flacco's
game.
balling. Okay, Flacco's looking great.
Flacco put up good number, but
I know he made the list, but
no, almost.
yeah, almost made the list. But he's he's making our receivers look good. Anthony Richardson does not
Yeah.
make our receivers look good. So
No, he's proven.
all the talent in the world, but I'm gonna pick. Obviously, I'm picking the Colts here. So, but by God, if they let me down, I'm gonna be fucking mad.
Yeah, I would totally wipe my ass with whatever your favorite player's jersey is.
Yeah. So
I pick Colts.
all right, we're both on the Colts.
It's here too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's here. It's
So
home.
Hunter's got to work.
Yeah, Hunter's got to work.
All right, here we go. This is game of the motherfucking week right here. Lions at Vikings.
Dude, this is gonna be. This should be an amazing game. I love Detroit. Bonafide, 100% love Detroit.
And I'm loving Minnesota right now too.
Minnesota
I'm
looks
loving both these
fantastic.
teams. This is going to be
Yeah.
the one.
Sam Darnold, all of a sudden, career resurgence.
Yeah.
Minnesota's defense is not to be trifled with.
No.
So,
He keeps making points. I can't say anything. They're like,
Yeah,
yep, I
there's
agree.
no argument
No, there's nothing wrong
this,
with that.
this should definitely be the game of the week. Is it a 1:00 game? Did they not make that game of the week?
I already got excited through my paper.
Yeah. That should be a fantastic game. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I got excited and threw my paper already.
I'm picking Detroit.
I'm going with Detroit because I absolutely love Detroit.
I do too. I'm sorry, Dusty. I love that defense.
I like Minnesota too.
Yeah,
Don't get me
I'm
wrong,
a big
but
Vikings fan. I think they're playing great ball, but there's just something about Detroit.
Detroit's
just
got
feels
some
like they've got
fucking
it.
fire to them.
Yeah,
dude.
they're
They're fun to watch.
Dan Campbell is
The way they toyed with the Cowboys in their stupid little cowboy way, getting their ass kicked at home.
They didn't get there on Jerry Jones' 82nd
Oh,
birthday.
yeah, I forgot it was
Yeah,
his birthday.
it was his 82nd birthday.
He tried to fire the
radio guy
the
today.
radio
Yeah,
guy today.
got mad
I'll
at
get
him.
somebody else in here that can answer the right questions.
Yeah. So that's going to be an amazing game. I'm looking big time
I am
forward to
totally
that.
looking forward
But
to
I'm
it.
going to take Detroit. Sorry, Dusty. I'm taking Detroit.
I'm only going Detroit because they have my heart right now.
Yes, absolutely.
I've latched onto them last year, and they are my favorite NFL team at
Yeah.
the moment.
Yeah, they
Not
look good.
my team. I'm not going to go out and buy jerseys.
No,
but
no, but love
I'm
it.
totally rooting
loving the
for 'em.
Lions. Yep.
That and Josh Allen, of course. Come on,
Season
Hunter.
MVP. Just wait.
As long as everybody beats Kansas City and the Cowboys, I'll be happy.
Yep.
So will the audience. Oh my God.
They're not Cowboy fans either. I guess, are
No,
they?
nobody is. Eagles, Giants.
See, I'm still not sold.
It's at the Giants.
I'm not. The Eagles are not doing anything to impress me.
They're sucking real bad. This might be the next coach to get fired.
He's on a hot
I
seat.
don't think he's going to make it through the season.
Dude, Doug Peterson, Mike McCarthy, and Nick Sirianni all going to be out of jobs by the end of the year.
No, Jerry's too loyal. He won't.
Buddy,
McCarthy ain't going nowhere. till the end of
Belichick's
the
going to
year.
be the coach of the Cowboys next year.
No, he's going to be the coach of the Giants.
No, he's going to be
I
coach
already
of the
said it.
Cowboys.
No, I'm right. You're wrong.
I'm going to write it on the wall in the garage. We've had this discussion already.
I'll
putting-
sharpen a pencil
Yeah,
for you, then,
okay,
buddy.
yeah.
I'll even give you a nice shiny new eraser,
Yeah.
so you can be like, wait a
Belichick's going to be
minute.
the coach of the Cowboys next year.
Either way, Eagles lose to the Giants.
I'm picking the Eagles as barely.
Eagles almost lost to the Browns
I know. And
off a bye week.
yeah, horrible.
That's
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
Hunter.
may be wrong on this one, Dave, but I'm on Philly. So
right. Well, one of us is going to be wrong.
I guarantee it. There's a 100% probability one of us is wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, those sounded legit. Brad, you're going to have to look that up. I'm from Greenwood. We don't know numbers. All right. Raiders, Rams at the Rams.
Rams.
All day.
I
Full
don't even
str-
think there's a discussion to have here.
We got old boys coming back. But
yeah.
I don't know 100%, but that's what they've said on all the
Yeah, we're thinking
big head
Nakua,
talk shows. No
Kupp.
different from us.
Yeah, if Stafford gets his toys back, it's over.
Yeah.
They're going
Kupp
to make
and Nakua, they
and
come
because,
back.
because of that division. And again, the Rams are sitting there at 1-4, but he gets his toys back. Watch out,
Yeah.
they're
And
coming back.
the Raiders know they suck, and
Yeah. So yeah, we're both on
they're
both.
immediately starting to build for the future.
Yeah, both on the Rams there.
All right, next up, Panthers at Commanders.
Sorry, we're both on the Commanders.
I'm totally on the rookie.
Yeah,
man.
Jaden Daniels. I don't think we can talk about him enough. I'm so sold on how great he's playing.
He's
to,
very
to see him stand in the pocket, knowing with pressure's coming at him, and watch him get hit
It doesn't phase him.
and throw dimes. I mean,
He's not scared.
no, Washington all day.
I think it's Washington all day.
Yeah, definitely.
But hopefully the Panthers put up some points and
I-
make
I-
it
I'd love to see 'em-
exciting.
at least look like they're playing football, which they have the last few weeks. I mean,
They're putting up points.
yeah, I mean, they at least look like they care. They're at least trying to play the game. So
Trying to do something.
yeah,
Got to show off those uniforms somehow.
that's right. That's right.
Super Bowl matchup. Chiefs-Niners. At the Niners, I think the Chiefs go down.
I think the Chiefs go down too. San Francisco says, "Fuck you, you're not."
Brock Purdy's playing great.
Kansas City's not that good. They're undefeated, and I don't think they've looked. They haven't blown me away in any one of their wins yet. They haven't been.
I'm not excited by them by any means.
No.
whatsoever.
So yeah, I think they collect their first loss this week.
I'm only scared of them because they keep fucking winning.
Mahomes is a fucking magician,
Bonafide.
dude.
I've already
Yeah.
had the baseball stock.
Yep.
You can listen to other episodes.
So yeah, we're both on the Niners this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally. Jets Steelers.
Sunday night
At
football game.
Steelers.
Jets, right? Is that what we picked?
I'm looking at the
We're on the Jets. We both picked the Jets
We
here.
both picked the
Yeah,
Jets.
we both picked
Oh
the
yeah.
Jets.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why. But, why did we decide this? We started talking about it. We said, no, we don't have the discussion right now. Have the discussion. We're in the microphone.
I know. We cut ourselves off and we
Yeah,
totally
we did.
forgot our
We
conversation.
don't even know why we decided
well,
to
okay,
pick them.
I think because the Jets actually showed life last week, and Devontae Adams, if he can play,
He should be able to plug right in. The offense is the same. It's the
but
offense he's
that
known.
hammy, was he just faking that
Buddy,
shit
he
because
was
he didn't
faking
want to
that
be
shit.
a
He didn't
Raider?
want to be a
Yeah.
Raider. Hey, did you see on the Pat McAfee show today?
No.
So on McAfee, Aaron Rodgers is on there every
Right.
Tuesday.
Right.
So Pat's talking to Aaron Rodgers about the addition of Devontae, and Aaron Rodgers gets a shit-eating grin, looks to his right. Devontae comes in the screen. Devontae was already in fucking New York waiting on Aaron at his house. They're good, bro. But we are picking the Jets to win at Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm in.
Mo, you're not going to this game, are you? that may alter my choice.
Yeah. So we're both on the Jets at Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Just because they showed life. Not that I'm loving the Jets by any means.
No. And now
But the Steelers are thinking about quarterback change, too.
which makes no sense.
so there's no reason.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway. All right.
And then now we're back to fucking 2 Monday night games again.
Yeah, I know.
This
but
is dumb. Why?
one
do
of
they keep
them's
doing
really good.
Yeah.
and it's the
one
early-
of them's a great game. The other one sucks ass.
The
But-
earliest game is great, so I'm going to give you the late game first.
Okay, so we can finish on the. Yeah.
Chargers at Cardinals. Again, Cardinals are at home.
I'm going to take the Cardinals just because.
Marvin Harrison Jr.'s out because he has a concussion.
Yeah, but just because they're at home, I'm going to go with the Cardinals there.
Yeah, I'll go with
And
the
I don't
Cardinals.
think there's a lot. I mean, I still love Justin
Chargers-
Herbert. The Chargers just don't have enough weapons.
They're in total rebuild.
Yeah,
whether you believe it or
Herbert
not.
is still.
But they have good coaching and good ideas
They do.
within the
They do.
foundation
They
that they're
get-
actually winning games.
Yes, if they get some
Bosa,
weapons.
The other, I don't
Yeah.
remember his Nick.
Nick, yeah,
Is that the one in San Diego?
Nick and Joey. I don't. Joey Bosa.
One of the damn Bosas.
Yeah, and they still got Khalil Mack there too. So I mean, they've got
Forgot about
parts.
that, dude.
They've got parts, but they just don't
But
have.
they're
any-
not a complete team.
They don't have skill players. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Arizona. We're both on Arizona there.
Yeah, and they're at home
Yep.
again.
Yeah.
Shocker. All right, this is the good one.
This is a great Monday night game.
Bucks, Ravens. It's at Tampa.
I talked about earlier how much I fucking love Baker Mayfield,
I love Baker Mayfield.
but
as
Baltimore, dude.
well. I love Derrick Henry.
Once
as
they
well.
got King Henry rolling, they look damn near unstoppable.
that guy is
They look damn near
fucking
unstoppable.
powerhouse.
I love the way Baltimore's playing. I
They're
mean,
playing great.
every time they try to stop Derrick Henry, Lamar goes off for a 20-yard rush.
Yeah, I mean, who's going to run the ball?
Yeah, you have to continue on them. Now, I guarantee if I'm a defender, I'll tackle Lamar all day long. You get Derrick Henry running at me, I'm moving.
Yeah, that's what Damar Hamlin said.
Yeah. So I like Baltimore here at Tampa Bay. I just think they're too good. I think they're the best team playing in the league right now. So, yeah, Dave, what are you thinking?
Don't remember.
Yeah. I see what I see what his pick was there. Whether he's going to stick with it or not. is the
Tampa
question.
Bay. I picked Tampa. I'm going with
You go with Baker
We
and the
don't
Bucks
need
at home.
ears,
It's
ears
in Tampa.
to shoulder. We don't need to see him on a damn press conference
All right.
bragging. But King Henry is the one you need to worry about.
Yeah. So that's the last game of the week. We got the Bears and the Cowboys in a bye.
Yeah,
And
I
boy,
was gonna
hey,
say that.
if the Cowboys didn't need a bye more than anything right now,
They need to recoup,
nothing's
rebuild.
gonna matter.
They need to go find that D in Alice. Is what
Yeah,
they need to
to
do.
find a lot. But yeah, they definitely in trouble. So
That concludes our picks. Did we get them right or did we get them wrong?
we shall see. We'll have the answers next week.
We have a statistician.
We do have a
work on
statistician. Thank
numbers.
you, Bradley. Thank you, Bradley. We're going to keep this shit up all year, and at the end of the year, we'll see how we turn out. We might have to, at some point here, make a little friendly wager on it. So, just because.
Maybe.
Again, I'm a gambling addict, Dave. So, yes, we're going to have to make a wager on it.
I'm okay for a wager. I'll take a pie to the face or whatever for it.
Okay. So,
Anyway, before we part and say thank yous and tell you to plug the show, today we started a Facebook fan page
for the
this.
Wrong Call podcast.
Yeah, it's called the Wrong Call Podcast.
Wrong
Feel
Call
free to-
Sportscast, actually.
my
Yeah,
bad.
Come on, Sportscast. Get
See,
it right.
Wrong Call.
Yeah.
Either way, it's
We tend to do
it's a
that.
public domain. Feel free to log on. We can trade memes, talk trash, friendly trash. Don't anybody get assholes.
Yeah, got to be nice,
But,
folks. Talk
yeah.
sports. Talk about your teams. Let's just
Throw
talk.
some stats. Give some fan mail comments. We might read some fan mail if you guys say some funny shit that we want to repeat.
Yeah, just
online.
talk about the games with us. It's an avenue that we can talk to each other. We can
Yep.
hear what you guys think about the games, hear what you think about the
You
show.
can communicate amongst each other, and we can communicate with you.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be a fun thing. Just to
Yeah, a little added something to what we're doing.
yeah.
Like I said,
and again, it's free. It's free for me. It's free for you. So
Yeah,
it
Dave-
should be fun.
Dave and I are trying to grow the show a little bit every week. We're trying to get a little bit better. We're trying to find new ways to entertain.
And I would like to thank everybody that joined this week because I saw the numbers, so I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I
Thank you
appreciate
guys
it a
so
lot.
much. So hey, remember, like, subscribe, comment.
Yeah, follow.
stick-
Definitely comment.
Yeah, stick with us, man. We're loving it. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as we are. On that note, Dave, I think we out, right?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right,
Peace. Love
peace.
y'all. These guys are still here.
They won't
Damn,
leave.
they won't go
Fucking
home.
audience.
My wife's going to be pissed. I think they left. All right, we're good.